Do you remember the 1980s? You know, back when we had wedgies and swirlies and all the things that we just despised from our childhood? Do you remember a thing called M.A.S.H? You know, a game that we did to keep ourselves occupied on the bus while we were avoiding all the bullies? You know, M.A.S.H is a game that supposedly determined your future. You figured out where you were going to live, who you're going to marry, what kind of car you're going to have, the whole 9 yards. It never came true. I don't think I ever had 18 kids, married that girl from 5th grade, thank goodness. And fortunately, I don't live in a shack. But we're gonna play M.A.S.H, cold plunge style. That's right. So, first, we have to set up our M.A.S.H board. Our M.A.S.H board looks like this. To get a game of M.A.S.H cold plunge style going, I've decided to go with 5 categories. First category has to do with the way I deliver the cold plunge tomorrow. Is it going to be monotone, animated, silly, or hype? And then an activity category. I will do one thing while in the cold plunge, and it's either going to be a rubber duck race, juggling, dominoes, or snorkeling. And then there's the prop. So I'll take something with me when in the cold plunge. A dumbbell, a trophy, good old vinyl record, or a Christmas decor. And then of course, how am I going to enter the cold plunge? Am I going to go in backwards, blindfolded, cannonball style, or a royal wave? And then finally, after I get out of the tank, I'm either going to run one loop in the backyard, a 1-minute dance off, 10 burpees, or just have a good old warm cup of coffee. And I'm hoping that's what the M.A.S.H gods select for me. How do you normally play this? Well, it's quite simple. You normally draw a swirly swirl. You know, a swirly swirl with like circles that get wider and wider and wider, and you do that until your friend says stop. And then you count from the outside number of rings to the center. And that's the number you start with. And you start at the top, and then you eliminate one by one until there's only one option from every category left. Well, I don't have anyone to play with. So, I'm gonna roll a dice, because I'll know when to stop, and I don't want to leave that to my own devices here. So, roll this dice here, and then we're gonna start scratching off what we have to work with. Let's hope this lands in my favor. All right, so here we go. Here's the magic number. It's a 2. Okay, this is gonna take a while. So, start with monotone, animated. Animated is crossed off. Then we go to silly, then hype. Hype is crossed off, so we're down to either monotone or silly. Then from there we go to activity, rubber ducky, duck race, and then 2, juggling. Phew, I don't have to dust off that skill. Dominoes, snorkeling. Snorkeling's out. Then we go over to prop. Dumbbell, trophy. Trophy's out. Record or Christmas decor. Decor's out. Backwards or blindfolded. You know, I realize 2 is kind of dumb because we know right away what we're dealing with here. We're crossing off 1-minute dance off. Thank goodness. You better be blessed by that. Oh, that means I lose my hot coffee. All right, so 1, 2, silly's gone. 1, 2, dominoes is gone. 1, 2, record is gone. 1, 2, cannonball is gone. 1, 2, 10 burpees is gone. I realized this wasn't that fun with just the number 2. So the results are in. We're going to deliver this in a monotone way. We're going to have a rubber ducky race. We're going to carry a dumbbell. We're going to enter the cold plunge backwards. And then afterwards, we're gonna run one loop in the backyard. So today is a day that I am letting M.A.S.H determine my fate. Last night, I rolled with the M.A.S.H gods, and they have determined what is in front of me. It's going to be interesting. It's time, M.A.S.H. I am fulfilling my cold plunge destiny. I'm not sure that I know how to do this in a monotone way, but we're going to do this cold plunge exactly as described. You're welcome. That is what I feel like the M.A.S.H gods have told me. First up, I must enter the cold plunge backwards. I am going backwards. Here I go. I'm going to try to do this without falling. I'm not sure if that counts as backwards. I must hold this weight while I have a rubber ducky race. So I figured the best way to do a rubber ducky race was to see if I could blow on them and see which one made it to the end the fastest. Ready, set, go. And they're off. It is a close one. It looks like Jill has the lead over Frank. Oh no. They're turning around the other way. It is so close. Oh, Frank has pulled into the lead. Frank has won. Jill, with a valiant effort, has come in second. Great job, Ducks. You really performed admirably. It was a worthy cause today to participate in my M.A.S.H destiny. Next up, I get out of the cold plunge, and I must fulfill this to completion by running around the backyard. I feel complete. Let's go. M.A.S.H, you have been fulfilled. Here we go. This is very cold on the feet after you've been on the cold plunge to run in this. But I must fulfill my destiny. It must be completed. We have done it. We have fulfilled our destiny. We did it. The M.A.S.H gods have spoken, and I survived. If If you want to keep watching them torment me, make sure you like this video and subscribe for the next plunge. Stay cold.